Forged and Risen Gold, Daily Episode 4, Keep Your Word. Welcome to Forged and Risen Gold Daily Motivation. Short, powerful resets to ground your mind, sharpen your focus, and get you back on track. Whether you're starting your day or closing it out, this is your reset. Before we go any further, good morning or good evening, it's depending on when you're hearing this. Today's message is simple. Keep your word, not just to other people, but to yourself. Because the truth is, most people don't have a motivation problem. They don't even have a discipline problem at the root. They have a self-trust problem. And that problem doesn't show up overnight. It gets built slowly, quietly, over time, one broken promise at a time. You say you're going to wake up early, you don't. You say you're going to work out, you don't. You say you're going to start building something, and you push it off again. And in those moments, nothing dramatic happens on the surface. Life keeps moving. Nobody calls you out. There's no immediate consequence, but internally, something shifts. Every time you don't follow through, you send yourself a message. And that message is simple. I don't do what I say I'm going to do. And the more you repeat that, the more it becomes your identity. Not something you think about, something you believe. And once that belief sets in, everything gets heavier because now it's not just about doing the work. Now you're carrying doubt. Now you're fighting that voice that says, you're just going to fall off again. You've tried this before. That's not going to last. That voice didn't come from nowhere. You trained it through hesitation, through inconsistency, through negotiation. So if you want to change your life, you don't start with a brand new plan. You don't start with a massive overhaul. You don't wait for motivation to come back. You start here. Keep your word. That's it. Not complicated, but not easy either. Because keeping your word requires something most people avoid. Discomfort. Doing the thing when you don't feel like it. Following through when it would be easier not to. Showing up when nobody would know if you didn't. That's where it's built. Not in the big moments. In the small ones. The quiet ones. The daily decisions that nobody sees. So, start small. If you say you're going to wake up at a certain time, do it. If you say you're going to work for 20 minutes, do it. If you say you're going to show up. No negotiation. No, I'll do it later. No, I'll start tomorrow. Because tomorrow becomes next week, and next week becomes next month. And next thing you know, you're still in the same place. Not because you don't have potential, but because you never became someone who follows through. And that's the shift. That's the identity you're building. Not someone who talks about it, not someone who plans it, but someone who executes, someone who keeps their word, even when it's inconvenient, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it's boring. Because that's what discipline actually is. It's not intensity. It's not hype. It's consistency over and over again. And every time you follow through, you rebuild something. You rebuild trust. You rebuild confidence. You rebuild control over your life. And once you trust yourself again, everything changes. Your confidence goes up. Your standards rise. Your decisions get sharper. You stop second-guessing yourself. You stop starting over. You stop needing motivation because you've built something stronger. You've built reliability within yourself. And from that place, you don't need to force discipline. You become it. That's when your life starts to shift. That's when progress becomes real. That's when the things you used to struggle with start to feel automatic. Not because they're easier, but because you're different. Because you're no longer someone who hopes. You're someone who follows through. So today or tonight, wherever you are, pick one thing, not 10, not 5, one, and keep your word on it. No negotiation, no excuses, no delay. You said it. Now do it. Because every time you keep your word, you become someone stronger, someone disciplined, someone you can rely on. And that version of you is the one that builds the life you've been thinking about. I'm Damian Cox, and this is Forged and Risen Gold. If you're serious about building discipline, identity, and structure in your life, and you don't want to keep starting over, go to forgedandrisen.com. That's where you'll find the books, the full podcast, and the deeper work designed to help you stop negotiating and start executing. Don't just listen to this, apply it. I'll see you in the next one.